Good morning, people. As you can see, she's late again, but she says she'll be pulling in a minute. She don't sound like she on demon time today, so we should have a good show. Because usually when she be on demon time, it'd be a better show, but it'd be a lot of controversy. What's up, Jeff Khaled? Good morning, Renee Jackson. Y'all know I'm waiting on Winters to pull up. Winters and feel like we arrived. We want to see what y'all feel about the review. Nancy Adams, good morning. We want to see what hey, Auntie, good morning. We want to see what the review was with Flynn last night. How did y'all enjoy the Flynn interview? Let me get my share game on. Jasmine Beasley, good morning. Yep. She says she's about 2 minutes away. She's coming up the street. Y'all know how that may be. Let me get all these shares. Good morning. Chun, good morning. Let me share this to her group real quick. I'm just getting my share game. Winter should be pulling in any minute now, family. Said she was, Brenda Martin, good morning. Good morning. Nancy Adams, good morning. Everybody, good morning. Thanks for bumping with me this morning. Y'all know it's hard for a player. It's hard for me. Kathleen King, good morning. It's hard for me. Y'all know I got to show up. I got to set the studio up for everybody to come in. Good morning, Christine Red Snapper family. Thanks for bumping with us this morning. Get my share game going on. I got to send this out to my good brother Bilal. Y'all know. She did kind of sound like she was on demon time, but I don't know. I'm praying she ain't. I'm praying she ain't, family. We can get through this. Get ready for the Friday. I got I got three shows after this today. After this show this morning. And then y'all know come Saturday, Miss Tanya Burns will be back in the building. Oh, she's here. I see the car done pulled up. Oh, crap. Just stay, buckle up. Just buckle up. Usually when she come in late, she have hell on her. But y'all can tell I'm in a good spirit. I hear the elevator coming, so that means she should be getting ready to walk in at any minute this morning. She was good. Oh, yeah, she was on her good behavior last night. Good morning, Carol Marshall, Mama Marshall. Good morning. Oh, I was praying she was on her best behavior. Believe me, I was praying. I was a little nervous during the interview. Oh, you know what? I wondered if she might have it, Jeff. She might. Elizabeth, good morning. Elizabeth Finney. I don't want to mess up your middle name. Okay. Oh, you no, let me get my disclaimer in now before I forget. The views of Miss Winters Hall are not the views of 810 News Media Group. Oh, okay, Jasmine. If not, you are. Hey, Angie Mack, good morning. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave it up. And I probably will be jumping off the plane. It depends on what attitude she have coming in. I was on the phone with her for about a couple minutes, but it was time for me to get the show on the road. So I really don't know. Hell, it just came through the door. She's in a good mood, y'all. She's in a good mood. She's in a good mood. Let me get the camera, block it off, and you can go around there. Get your mic set up for you. I can get ready to share on YouTube and everything. You on your best behavior?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm just checking. You slept good last night.
I sure did. Got a lot of sleep last night. Yes, sir. I'm ready.
You got everything set up for you? Yep. You got your latte?
Yep.
She got the latte. So probably gonna be hell to pay today. Let the people know you're here.
I'm here.
Ralph, good morning.
Good morning.
Spring Heron, good morning.
That's Miss Spring. That's one to give me the little envelopes at church.
Oh, she did. Thank you, Miss Spring. Thank you.
$25 pledge.
Thank you
for the next 6 months.
For contributing to 810.
Thank
even
you.
Though I know it'll be a lot of madness. RJ, good morning.
Mark Zuckerberg said I would be able to share at 8:40 this morning. I guess that's on California time because they're telling me I got 3 more hours to go. I'm sick of Facebook. We're going to cross all the way over to YouTube.
I've been telling you. Hey, that's what got me last time.
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, turn that down. That's what got me a flag last time on that night train.
But that's what it was when it came on right there.
Don't do that.
Today at 5:30, the dynamic duo is back. Winters and Gina, Sister Circles.
Don't do that one. That got me flagged on YouTube. Sister
Circles.
Them people be wanting their residuals.
The what?
Residuals. When you be playing their music. RESDIDA, sap sucker. That's why you act like I don't know nothing.
I be doing my kids like that.
Yeah.
Spell it.
Yeah, I did it too.
Spell it.
They want their moolah, they chips.
Dinero.
With extra dip, cheese, you know what I'm saying? They want their broccoli, they lettuce.
Good morning, everybody.
Thomas C. Padroni.
Shout out to ATN News Media Group and the greatest producer in the world, Mickey Jordan.
Michelle Thompson, good morning. She bumping with us from Texas. They got to love us to be getting up this early.
They sure do.
They got to love us.
They sure do. Because, it was a struggle for me this morning.
I told them that when you do one, you do your solo act, you get Michael Jackson. I'm thinking you finna do
Michael
Off the Wall
Jackson.
or something. She trying to lead a Jackson 5.
But guess who? Michael.
But guess who up here the greatest producer? Like, what was his name? Quincy Jones. Even when he left the Jacksons, he still was producing them. See what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but Michael.
Cheryl Hart representing North Carolina.
What up?
Good morning, Justin Ellis. Good morning for bumping with us. YouTube gang together.
Well, it's not too much I can share. I can't do nothing really.
I'm sharing everything on YouTube.
Oh, you know what? I can share it out to some people. I can put it in. Well, but most of the people that I send it to a messenger, they probably already out here.
Yeah, that's why I'll be sending mine the same way. I gotta
I'll still send it out.
And to my brother Bilal, thanks for tapping in.
Bilal. Oh, Bilal.
Oh, you gonna love December 20th show, Bilal. This is for you, baby.
With Dr.
This is for my good brother. So you make sure you tap in on the 20th December.
The 20th of December. So, pretty much, what you got on the agenda for today, Mickey?
Hella prayers. Make sure this don't go wrong.
No.
Linda Flowers, good morning. Good morning from Maryland. We sending Liddell back to you too. She didn't cause so much hell up this way. She gotta go.
Prime, back. Next day delivery. Hell, you can get her tonight by 10. I'm just saying. Jesus Christ.
Is it true that she's Linda Pendleton?
You know what? I got that message too, Mickey. I got that message too. So they said allegedly, I ain't even gonna put word on the street because I'm not for sure. But allegedly, they said that she may be running that Linda Pendleton account. I don't know. But I'm wondering why is it, why people can't find out? Like if they really trying to find out, can't you just trace the IP address?
You would think you could.
I mean, I really don't. I don't care what they say about me because they watching me. I mean, y'all seen the screenshots that I put up yesterday in Flint Politics Reboot. They watching us. Like one of them said that it was Linda Poley and Rennie Lee. They didn't know what I was talking about the taxes. I was just following behind Maurice. So you don't know what I'm talking about? Like grandfathering in the current residents under the current tax bracket. But I'm glad y'all watching. That's all I can say. Y'all watching us. And then it was another conversation going on in the group that shall remain unnamed.
Nameless.
And they was talking about the audience members, saying amen and stuff like that in the crowd. And it wasn't church. Liddell said, it ain't church. Well, if it ain't church, why you always asking somebody to say a prayer or a blessing before the council meeting?
Good morning, Cheryl Hart. Michelle Pfeiffer, Nikki,
First Lady Michelle Pfeiffer.
Margie Anthony Epmas, Miss Beverly Biggs, Chrissy
Good morning.
Carmichael, Karen Malone, good morning.
Good morning. So that was my
Melissa
question.
Zembrisky, good morning. I got it right this time. Keisha Denise, good morning.
So yeah. And then it was, what else was they talking about? Let me see. Let me go across my Flint Politics reboot and see what's all going on in there this morning. Yeah, so they were complaining about the audience members saying it's not church. And
But they want prayer.
Fletch Second Ward said, and this ain't church. She put it in big letters.
I guess she would
this
feel like
ain't
that.
Church.
Many times she done cuss pastors out. You know?
But that's the first people you run to.
Don't she? She run to him when she got a lie. Salty Chef, my God, what it do? Thanks for bumping with us this morning.
And
Diva Jones, you know they love us over here. They ain't got no life.
This is this is what I yeah, they ain't got nothing else better to do. But that's cool. That's cool because they watching us.
We
they
better than the Ringling Brothers right now. The greatest show in Flint.
Oh, we know.
Daryl Schumo, my good brother. Thanks for bumping with us.
They
they be upset. They gotta watch it. They probably right now. I hate him.
I hate them over there. I hate watching 810 every morning at 9 to 11 and all of the rest of the shows that come on.
I gotta give out my what's in that. Good morning, administration. What a great failure you're doing for the city of Flint. Hey, Mayor, go ahead.
Look, I'm over here waving. Hello.
Fast Eddie, good brother. Good morning.
So I got a couple things. First of all, if you're not in Flint Politics Reboot, you can go to Tanya Burns' page. I think her page is open.
Oh, you saw that this morning?
Man, Tanya.
I talked.
Somebody said, Councilwoman Tanya Burns, I don't want you ever to do that no more. Was that her out there doing that?
Yes.
So somebody it was a couple guys that had stole. They was being porch pirates, and they was walking like, and she was filming them. Tanya, please be careful, baby. I
told her that too.
You got to be careful out here. Oh, you got to be careful. I was I jumped up like, oh my God, no, this ain't her out there like that. But did the police ever come? That's what I want to know.
I doubt it because I told her to go home. she was still I was on the phone with her. What? I said, man, you go home. You watch yourself out there. Yeah. Good morning, Kevin Earls. Yeah.
She be doing everything that she can to try and
Stephanie, family, good morning.
Get away, like how do I want to put it? To exploit the crime that's going on. She keep asking for a public safety plan.
M. Corsi, good morning.
And I just don't know what's going on with the city of Flint and the police department. I mean, when you literally got a councilwoman out there taping people that's stealing, and I'm like, any minute we're gonna hear sirens. Did you hear sirens?
But they show up when the mayor do something, don't they?
Oh, they help him put his coat on.
Better believe it.
Like he the Mac. And then what else was on here that was good that I wanted to talk about? Look, I'll be scrolling on here. So yesterday, I guess we had a couple people watching the show. And one man by the name of Mr. Ridgeway White, he posted about, because we was talking about the schools yesterday, and he made a post about the exciting things are coming.
Carlton Brown, Cleveland in the building. Go ahead. I got to shout my people.
He was talking about exciting things are in the works for the Brownell STEM Academy and Holmes Middle School, because that's what we was talking about yesterday. He didn't mention nothing about him on Eisenhower. But if you go on Arthur Woodson's page, he put up the memorandum of understanding, and it's got like details and like everything that they're trying to do. That's a good read right there. I'm telling you, that's a good read. As soon as I'm able to share again, I can share it. But what I found funny,
what was funny? Not none of my jokes.
The superintendent Kevin Jones, he had to race to Ridgeway's post, and as the superintendent of Flint Community Schools, I want it to be known that your commitment to Flint kids is true. The conversations has always been about doing what is best for the children. Thank you for your partnership and support. Talk again soon.
I bet you won't give me another piece of lemon meringue pie.
I mean, but it's like
you killing me, Winter. You
I'm
killing
just
me.
saying, this is what he posted on Facebook. So, and I ain't doing nothing but reading what they posted.
Good morning, the
And
rest
I thought that was strange. I seen the pictures from, and I posted the pictures where Judge Marble's courtroom, like it was raw sewage. So literally, it was boo boo falling out the ceiling in the courtroom and
Philip Lee.
all over the desk and
Good
stuff.
morning.
So I was wondering why they just didn't go across the street to City Hall.
LaDonya, good morning. But you see, the infrastructure is just terrible here.
Yeah, because they said the pipes, the sewage pipes, it's about to burst up underneath the ground.
That's on our page. You can go look that up. It's on our page. So what is going on? So that the mayor just get in here and just said, the hell with fixing the infrastructure. Now everybody finna have, as my good friend Pastor Thrill Kill, somebody gonna be stepping in boo-boo in not too short of a time or distant future.
Will, but I don't think we can just blame him, because I mean this has been an ongoing problem for years that they've known about the infrastructure. I mean, how old is Flint?
But all the money that then came in, it came in.
Look at all the money that then came in over all the years.
That's what I was gonna say.
All the years.
So what you saying? It's the state problem. It's not a local problem.
I'm saying it's a world problem, but it's a Flint problem. We just can't blame it. The infrastructure just on this administration. We had water main breaks, a lot of them. The last administration, the administration before that, the administration before that. Call it
what it is. We've been having boo-boo breaks. Cause them ain't water coming through there. That's raw sewage and everything. And so you saying this, you got your latte. Mm-hmm. So basically what we're gonna be saying, Flint gonna be stinking in a few months or something, right?
Yep. We about to get shitted on.
Oh Lord. I want to give a shout out to Clyde the Glide.
Clyde the Glide.
And cause you think he going to the Actors Accountability
Nope.
Board? Yep, we answered that for you. That was quick.
Nope. He's not going. He's not apologizing to nobody. Matter of fact, I don't even think Trishelle gonna write the letter. What is with these people they want to write letters in Flint?
Don't get a letter sent here. Okay. Because I'm gonna tear it up and throw it in the garbage. Tell you how much you're gonna waste some paper.
I'm just saying that was just
we done killed enough trees.
That was strange. That was weird and suspicious. Okay, so guys, you know what? It's Free Friday. I really have nothing on the agenda to talk about.
Yes, you do.
I know. Yes, you do. I want to talk to the people.
You do. You got something on the agenda. That interview that you did.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm.
But you said you didn't have nothing on the agenda. I already got the people already hyped while you was running late. I said, how did y'all feel about? I can't be late.
I beat you here every morning, Monday through Thursday. Every morning.
What time did the show start? Do it start on time or not on time?
But I beat you here.
No. The question is, do the show start on time or not on time?
Which show?
This show.
It start on time. And I'll be here.
So I'm not late.
4 to 5 days.
So I'm not late.
So I'm hitting like an A-. And
I'm hitting the A++. Valedictorian.
Anyway. So I thought he said I call him Reggie. So I thought Reggie. Oh, I don't even know how to explain it. I gotta
put this. Oh well, Michelle, I'll tell you what happened to Clyde. He sent a letter. This for you.
The funky two-step not interview. Girl, we was on Dancing with the Stars when he was doing the tango.
He rope-a-dope on you. I called him
Muhammad Ali. He was doing the hustle. You know, I'm asking like, when is the store opening? He got to sing it to the left, to the left, to the left. He went all the way around in the back. But you know what? People been giving me constructive criticism, and I've been listening. You know, like somebody was like, "When put your big girl drawers on and get to it." No, I've been told to like chill, let the guests talk, and I am so glad that I sat and listened to him for that full 24 minutes of just asking him when is the store going to open. Because you know what? We found out some things. The more you let people talk, the more they tell on they sell. So what we found out last night, I think is the most important thing that I'm going to say today. It ain't a black-owned store.
Sanaya, good morning.
Did you hear that?
You just thought that? Would you just realize that?
No, I knew that, but I wanted to hear him say it. You know, because a lot of people out here in the community was still thinking that it's an all black, black owned, black co-op, blackity, black. So I said, because when he said Uptown was the fiduciary and they holding the money, and he got to talking about a whole bunch of shit that I know he's talking about, tax incentives and all that type of stuff, and loans and grants, and he writes grant. I mean, the man even went as far as saying, I'm on vacation. I said, well, ain't this some shit? I went home last night still thinking about that. I said, well, that's a good one. Because when they say, oh, Winters, you stay in Grand Blanc, you know what I'm going to tell them? I'm on vacation.
Right.
Because this man, we know this man then packed up all of his stuff, his wife and everything, and then moved to a whole nother damn state.
Oh, he on vacation.
But he said he was on vacation. So that's what I'm going to say. I'm on vacation.
But, Compton Brown, no, our art is a free agent.
Oh, yeah. He's not a part of 810. He do his own thing. He just pop up on here sometimes.
Yeah, but he a friend to 810, I will say that. Well, family to 810. Let me rephrase it.
Where is my? But
he will be on. Oh, good brother Kevin Tate. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. So the phone lines are open. 810.
Are you doing it early like that?
Yeah. I want to talk to the people. We usually don't give them a lot of time to talk.
Oh, let me put the people. Let me put the number up there for you, family.
So 810-207-5058.
She said, let's get right to the madness.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So let's do our weekly wrap up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Art be on his game plan. He graced us yesterday in the studios.
Yes, he did.
Him and Trevor, but I know Renee, a lot of people mad at him.
I like how you told him, so you're traveling right now. Well, Dr. Padroni, he said he was on vacation. He said he was on vacation.
He could be on vacation, don't he? He still have a house here. Liddell got 2 houses. And ain't nobody
right, and I was waiting for him to say it's not my fault that y'all can't afford 2 houses. Because that must be his vacation home that he's at right now.
See, y'all, that's all I'm telling y'all.
I'm just saying, that man ain't answered nothing last night. But we did find out some things. I mean, write it down, screenshot it. If the store don't open, you're getting your money back. But they ain't sent out no financial statements. But he said he know how many people that then gave to the store. Then he said that he collected $4 million. I'm like, is this from the sponsors and from the people? He was like, nope, only got $250,000 from the people. We got $4 million from the other people. Sorry, I never thought it was all black owned, because who the big black investors never heard of any. Right. But that was the story that they was telling. They was out here like they was stomping the ground. Even Pastor Thrillkill, black owned.
You dog my hold up now.
I'm not dogging him out, but that's what they were saying.
That's the big homie.
But the big homie was saying this is black owned. This all black owned.
Because he might have been sold. He might have was sold the dream, because didn't he get kicked off the board?
Well, I asked him that too. Well, he said Pastor Thrillkill was never on the board. You heard him. He said
trying to call my pastor, even though I'm a Muslim.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, well, what I'm not a Christian, but I got Christian friends.
Okay.
And Thrillkill told me he was on the board when we was back at the other studio.
Because that's what I was talking about, because they used to have a radio show, and like I asked him the reason why, because he's like, wow, you blame me for this, and I was like, yeah, and he got to saying, wow, like I hurt his feelings, like, well, dude, I told you I was gonna be asking you the questions and telling you how I really felt. And so I had to explain to him, like, I remember when you received this money from Mott, and then Cuz show was no longer. Then he tried to flip it and was like, well, because of COVID, they couldn't really do the show. But Pastor Thrillkill kept doing his show.
Yeah.
So
I was recording them after they broke up.
I was just
the dynamic duo.
Right. So I'm just saying, I let him talk. And I want to hear what you all, I really want it, like, for you to call in 810-207-5058. And while we're talking about it and waiting for some of you guys to call in, I am going to
I will give him credit though, Winters.
What?
He showed up.
Yeah, I give him credit for showing up, because I mean, you know how I was.
Most people wouldn't have showed up. They would have. I done seen plenty of people backtrack.
Sure have. He was like,
can't do it.
I texted him after the interview was over and told him thank you.
No, I give him that. I'm gonna give him listen. He came in and he did what he was supposed to do.
Which was?
He did what he was supposed to do.
He showed up.
But he answered it to, I mean.
But maybe he ain't been, but my thing was like when he went off on that little tangent about,
Pastor Thompson, Kevin Thompson, good morning. He's a friend. He's a very friend of 810.
Not on the board anymore?
Kevin Thompson.
No, what kept Pastor Thompson? He said Reverend Threlkel was never on the board.
He was on the
Go back
board.
and watch the interview. He said he was Reggie, because he told me I call him Reggie, because he wasn't pastoring anymore. Reggie said that Reverend Threlkel was never on the board. That's what he said. This is long words. Go back and watch it. I ain't lying. Didn't he say that, y'all? Didn't he say that? Hey, cousin face.
Oh, Holletta.
So
Friend,
he said,
best friend, good
hey,
morning.
look, Christine, my big sister. He said she heard him say it. Reverend Therapy wasn't ever on the board. And then when I asked him about, like you don't stay here, like how can you oversee your dream or something that you love and you don't stay here? And he was like, that's when he said, I'm on vacation. I said, oh,
Smart man.
okay.
Look, you can tell he know how to do interviews.
No, but he's a Baptist preacher. That's what he was doing. He was preaching and politicking at the same time. Because he was like, do I need to come back with my bullhorn? And a lot of y'all don't know the history. When he first came to Flint, he had this bullhorn. He was a little radical.
Good morning, Valerie.
And he went down, Christine know what I'm talking about. He went downtown and he got to shouting with that little bullhorn and they put his ass in jail. And then he called Reverend Randolph, Bishop Floyd down there, tried to come get him out. And word is, they let him sit there for a little while.
Daniel Green, good
just
morning.
To let him know, this ain't how we do things up here. Put that damn bullhorn down. And then he ain't pick it up no more. Am I lying? Big sister say, oh, sister, I can't tell. But that's what happened.
Right here.
There's one thing he said last night that I believe, and that is they don't have the big funding that they need, and they should have foreseen everything that's happening. Yeah. And Stanley's right too. He kept trying to control the narrative, but I had to keep redirecting him. Yes, I had to, because I asked him something. He go all the way over here, and I said, let him talk, and I come right back to the question. But when it's a store opening, so he's telling us now the first quarter of 2024.
What is the first quarter?
Well, I mean, like if you divide it up into quarters, you're going January, February, March, April. So the first 4 months. But he don't have the funding. He's coming here to ask for some more ARPA money. He hasn't talked to any council people. He said that he was, putting it on the members to go down and ask. But if you haven't communicated to the members that you were coming or they were supposed to get together to go ask for some ARPA money, things just wasn't adding up to me.
So you saying the math wasn't mathing?
The math wasn't mathing. But I listened to him. That man said a lot of things, especially Stephanie. Why he didn't want you to call him a pastor? No, because he ain't no pastor. He don't have no church. He was the former pastor of the Falls Avenue Baptist Church here in Flint. But after he went down there, he's not a pastor anymore. That's why he was like, you can just call me. He said he's always going to preach or something like that. He said in the beginning, but he's not a pastor right now. I just call him Reggie. So that's what I called him, Reggie. But Stephanie, Jasmine, you gotta leave. Okay, see you later, Jasmine. Catch up later with us. But Stephanie's on here. Oh, look, Christine said, listen, don't tell everything. Okay, I'm gonna say nothing else, but that's what happened with him and that bullhorn, though. Okay. And so
he done blew it. He ain't gonna like us now. Well, he might gonna like you.
Yeah, he done had me blocked since 2019. I told him that he was like, you ain't the only one. Well, I was telling y'all the truth. That man that had me blocked for 4-5 years. But anyway.
Smart man.
But not only, but see, that played a significant part of why he's not getting funding. Like I was trying to put it together for him, but he ain't dumb. Like, have you talked to Neely? Well, I reached out to him, I text him or whatever the case may be, but he ain't called back. I called Clyde. I haven't heard back from the administration. Now, the night that he blocked me, he blocked Cynthia Neely, Sheldon Neely, Harletta Martin, Arthur Woodson. I mean, he blocked the whole damn team. Sheldon's not the type of person to forget shit, okay? I'm just going to put it out there. And I put it out there 1,000 times. He don't forget. And he remembers when you have, in his mind, played him. So no, he ain't about to get, he going to come, he going to put on that hard hat, he going to smile for them cameras next to Ridgeway, and he ain't going to give you a damn dime. I'm just saying. Look how long the article. See, he thought I wasn't going to be ready. Like Tony said, he thought he was playing with an amateur. But I do my research before I interview somebody. The article in 2022, when they had the soft, well, it wasn't a soft opening, the groundbreaking ceremony, but the building was already built when they had that little ceremony up there. It said that it's been in planning phases for 6 years. We now going into 2024. So you telling me, no, that was in 2021. So 9 years in 2024, as long as the water crisis has been going on, and you heard me. I pulled out a list of businesses that have been built. He kept trying to go back to the Capitol Theater, but the Capitol Theater was already there. I'm talking about, and I told him, I said, these businesses was built from the ground up. Marketplace Apartments, the Grand Apartments on Grand Traverse, the Flint Cultural Center Academy, Coolidge Place, even well, they did refurbish that. The YMCA gonna be up. I mean, these are things. The GHS building downtown on Grand Traverse and 69. All of these places was like dust, and they done built them up and opened them. The only things that's still trying to get open is the grocery store and the Omen Temple.
The Omen Temple ain't open?
No, the Omen Temple is still in its planning phases too. Maybe we can interview somebody from the Omen Temple and see when they gonna open. I'm just saying.
Well, we're gonna say this: with all the infrastructure breaking up, it's gonna be boo-boo in a lot of them places.
Oh, let's see what Stanley said.
Oh, he said a hell of a lot.
The last question was alarming, though, or should I say his response was alarming. What happens if the store doesn't open? Do members get their money back? His answer was yes. His answer should have been, we won't need to worry about that because it will open. But by him saying that, in my mind says, yeah, it's still possible that it will never open. Just my opinion. Yep, that's your opinion and a lot of other opinions too. And Becky, I agree with you. Becky saying, remember the power structure is not trying to rebuild the North and the Flint. No. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, Dr. Padroni. He thought he was talking to that's you got to know Flynn. That's how he is. I thought it was a bit condescending. Your viewers may not understand that you need financing before you open. That listen, something that can't nobody tell me and my big sister Christine about. Preachers.
Preachers. Y'all know preachers?
We know preachers. We know how they act. We know their personalities. So I already knew what I was working with going in, just like he knew me. And so that's just him. I really liked how he got to doing the tango dance, like Dancing with the Stars, when I asked him about how much money you got. And he was like, I haven't received any administrative fees. That's weird. That's suspicious. Cause he went on to say after that, but I receive a salary though. Then he tried to say, from Eagles Nest Academy and some other business he named. I said, so they all tied into the grocery store? No. Okay, but you just said you was getting a salary. Did y'all catch that? He said he was getting a salary. But then he tried to, throw in the school and some other stuff. So he said he was receiving a salary of $100K and his wife too. Okay, so Stephanie, I missed that part because I thought he told me that he wasn't gonna tell me how much he was getting. He's a big shot. Where's his personal monies to open his business? Right. Right, exactly. And it pissed me off just a tinge. It pissed me off when he said, "Don't I got a right to ask for some ARPA money?" No, the hell you don't, because you on vacation in North Carolina, South Carolina, wherever you done built your house at.
Stephanie said she saw that in some documents.
Oh, okay, you saw it in the documents. Yeah, because he told me I don't want to tell you how much money I'm getting. But he said his wife was on the board and he was on the board and named some more people that I ain't never heard of.
Keep the money in the family. I believe it too.
Ask a mayor to come on the show and ask him what has he done to expedite the opening of that grocery store. Yeah, I'm gonna get right on it. Ain't nobody did nothing to expedite that grocery store. Nothing. And I don't. I'm gonna go ahead and give my opinion. I don't think it's gonna open in the first quarter because it's December. It's almost January now, and he has not secured the rest of the funding. Then did y'all hear him when he tried to act like he kind of knew what we was talking about, but he was kind of trying to play it off too about that $8,000 popcorn machine? That's gonna be some good ass popcorn. He got to talking about, the cost of rising and this and that. $8,000 for a popcorn machine.
Hey, that's some good popcorn.
That's gonna be some. It's gonna come out with butter already dripping on
there
it
getting that popcorn
for $8,000 for some popcorn.
The machine cost. If that, what you say is gonna be $100 popcorn?
It's bad. It's got to be at least. It's got to be better than Chicago's finest Jared's popcorn.
What about the one we was just hustling?
Oh, that popcorn.
That was some good popcorn there.
This got to be better than that. This is an $8,000 popcorn machine. And then, like I said, to me, the communication was lost. The lines of communication got all tangled up because I was at the council meeting where Mr. Bernard Drew, who used to work with Pastor Holly and Vanessa Pringle, like I said on the interview last night, Vanessa Pringle is now working in the mayor's office. Bernard Drew came.
Hold up. You ain't just gonna shoot that by me.
Vanessa Pringle. Pastor Holly went to jail for some scamming or some stuff.
Told on him?
Vanessa Pringle and Bernard Drew turned state's evidence against Pastor Holly.
We got some 6ix9ines in the administration.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine. The famous rapper that told
some CIs.
Confidential informant.
Yeah.
Oh, he's done.
So they turned on him. It's a matter of public record. They turned on him to not go to jail. I'm not lying. I'm not shooting. I think Bernard is a good guy. I'm not downing him, but he did what he had to do to stay out of jail. He told.
I'm telling too. If you do wrong, I'm not in the wrong.
So you telling me you turn state's evidence on me?
If you do something I know is illegal, I'm telling you, I'm giving you heads up now. Do not do nothing illegal.
Well, I'm giving you a heads up. I'm not coming to take you with me.
You better believe it.
Not that I would ever do anything illegal.
Do something illegal.
But I ain't taking him.
You better believe it.
Because he telling me he gonna tell. Anyway, back to my story.
Go ahead.
Back to my story.
Go back to your story.
So the grocery store just happens to be in Pastor Holly's old church, Abundant Life. That's where it was at. And then remember where he was leasing out that to the state of Michigan, and it was mold and all of that stuff up in there, and they was like, we gotta go. And then he found somebody else. That's how that grocery store came into fruition. And they even got a little Huntington Bank ATM up there outside the grocery store that ain't never opened yet.
I like this comment right
What's
here.
The comment?
Oh, there we go.
That grocery store is a waste of taxpayers' money. Why does a personal business need government money? Where do Mickey Jordan and I get some?
Better believe it, Jack. Right. We need it.
But he said the article said that I was reading said it was a $9 million budget he was working with. He said he only had $4 million. And besides that, because I'm like $4 million to total, he was like, well, I got 200,000 or 250,000 from the people. The article said that $250 was for the individuals to buy in and $500 for churches, businesses, and organizations. That was their discount. Over 9 years. That's how much he said he got. Joseph, I ain't gonna murder your last name. What you say?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Joseph D.
The popcorn machine should have been purchased once the store starts making a profit, not with ARPA taxpayer funds, if for appearances only. Right. But see, he said that, I guess he said I wasn't telling the truth, or that's not really what happened when Bernard Drew came down to council. Now, I know we probably got a couple council people that's going to pop on, a Dennis, Tanya, Jerry, somebody. When Bernard Drew came down there with them people asking for the $600,000 for that grocery store, they said they wanted to see some documents, like financial documents and how stuff was going. They got a manila envelope with 2 pictures in it. I'm telling you what the council people showed me and what they told me.
What they tell you?
It was 2 pictures in there. It was no detailed budget, line for line budget of, like what are you gonna do with the money? And that's another thing. I would have hoped that the money that they gave, this ARPA money that they gave to some of these 501c3s, that they would have put some type of stipulations on there where they had to follow up, like come back and report on how much money you spent on home renovations or whatever they gave you, the money was allocated for. Because if you give somebody $125,000 and they take 100,000 for administrative fees, which they have a right to take administrative fees, and they only fixed 2 roofs, and they said, "Job well done." I mean, that's a disservice. That's just throwing money out the window. Speaking of wasting money, that state of the city address, what the actual, yeah, that was
Waste of money.
that was like the BET award show.
A bad one. But if you notice, who were there? Was citizens there, or was it the stakeholder show?
I think it was the stakeholder show. Seriously, I do. I didn't get anything out of that. KC, let's be clear. Anyone who has or was involved with Holly is an absolute scammer, including Drew, and that means Flynn is too, period. Okay. Well, yeah.
Strange.
Yeah, strange. It's really not strange. I mean, he the one said that he was leaving it in his hands when he left. But he said last night he didn't. So I'm all confused on who lying. Either Bernard Drew came down there and lied with all of them people, and Miss Arlene was with him.
Joseph, you put it on here for how you pronounce the last name.
Venable. Okay, thank you, Joseph Venable. And Arlene, the general manager for the store that hasn't opened yet, was down there with Bernard Drew because he called her up there to speak as well to council. But he said he ain't leave Bernard over it. So I'm lost on that. Let me. Can you start with Miss Lorraine's comments? I'm gonna read y'all comments this morning until y'all start calling. Where did they get the cost of the popcorn if it was just pictures? Oh, that was previous. Like they've been getting information because they've been getting money. You know what I'm saying? But when they came back for this last funding part of money, they was like, "What you need some more money for?" Like they've been trying to get this $600,000 for a long time, and people was like actually mad because I don't think that time, like this is when they was like, well, Dennis he won't vote for anything on the north side. No, Dennis has sense. We wasn't vocal back then, but we was kind of like, yeah, they ain't need that money because the store ain't never open. Like what this I'm telling you, we didn't see the floors is sparkling, the shelves are put together, the lights are on, so they paying bills. You heard me ask him last night, are y'all paying this loan back already? Yes, we're paying the loan back. So money has to be generating from somewhere, right? You can't just keep paying out money and you're not getting nothing in. So I'm confused about that. I don't know how all of that works. So I'm glad Don Pfeiffer's on here. What was the next highlighter? Winters, if you remember, the council said they presented the same budget for a previous grant that was awarded. Okay.
Dang.
John Pony, he said 4 million went to attorney fees and other miscellaneous expenses.
Strange.
That's too suspicious. We truly can't get mad at someone's advancements if we don't do our due diligence and research. Stop complaining after the fact and get involved in it. Absolutely. How many folks understand the concept of poison pill resolutions? Explain that. Is Ashley Capital under investigation about the lawnmower Liddell Lewis? No. Nope. Nothing happened. I mean, council even voted not to do anything about it. They tried to get her censured, her and Quincy, for doing that. And Attorney Kim gave his legal opinion and said, as long as you get money sent to a 501c3 and not directly to you, you can get the funds. I like to see Tanya and Eric try that, or even Dennis, Jerry, and see how that works for them.
Oh, they're gonna be hit.
They're gonna be in
They
jail.
tried to get them for some $25 shirts that they bought. Shit.
Wait a minute, go back up. What last one was we on?
I don't know. Right
Okay,
here.
okay. New grant request on same thing. Yeah. Kathy King. They even have brand new grocery carts. Damn, they got grocery carts up there at the store already.
And an ATM. And an
I seen that
ATM.
ATM outside there. He needs more money to keep making payroll.
Bingo. We got a smart chat.
When people have something to help them, but somebody tax on a bad cost with it. Okay, a poison pill resolution. Okay. How can a man of God not be a man of God anymore? Well, like Mickey said the other day, God put in some recalls.
Yep.
And he's just not, he said, he's just not, in the Baptist world, you're a pastor when you have a church and you're over a flock. I guess he can still be considered a minister or reverend. I don't think that ever goes away unless you just say, I don't want to do this anymore. But as far as him being a pastor, he's not a pastor anymore. And he just told me, call him Reggie. Arletta said, that's why we didn't give him the money before. That same popcorn machine was on another request from City Council. They actually did present an itemized request. That's how we found out about the popcorn machine. Yeah, we did. But when Drew came down there, he gave them some pictures. 1,000-member board at $250 to $500 sounds shaky, like a California earthquake.
Bingo.
Dr. Flynn invited you all to their grocery store Zoom meeting. Yeah, because he wouldn't give us the financials. He wouldn't give us the financials. And we had people on here in the chat said they ain't got no financial statement.
I wouldn't turn my stuff over neither.
And so we
did
truly
that.
can't
I
get
already
mad
did
at
that
someone's advancement. Okay, where you at?
That one. I had to come back.
That's not conduct unbecoming. Show that part. People abstain because they don't want to be caught up in things like possible embezzlement. Right. Thomas Pedroni, Dr. Pedroni. Attorney Kim is working on a legal opinion that the sky isn't blue. Right. And they're going to say, well, he said the sky wasn't blue. But see, Attorney Kim is going to be able to just ball up this, whatever he's doing in Flint, and he going to be able to go get him another job somewhere. It's them fools up there that keep going along with the stuff he's doing that's ruining their political career.
That's a good one, yeah.
Nikki, maybe they are waiting for a certain clientele to move before opening. Could be. That's what's happening when they get the money and the deal are made, and then there goes the handshaking. Yeah. Hey, A10, Detroit is in the building. What's up?
What it do?
I would love to see her show real receipts of how much she spent on the Halloween candy last year. Yeah, we would too.
Then she didn't want to pay Gina's daughter, did she?
So I missed it. What happened with him and False Avenue? Child, I don't really know what happened with him and False Avenue. All I know is they got a brand new pastor and Flynn is gone. That's all I know. That's all I can tell.
Went up there for you.
Get ready for the next episode of American Greed. Y'all was brutal in them comments last night when he was on. They was like, somebody even said, just end the interview, Winters. Just end it. Just end it. He's not saying anything. Just end it. Alan Lynch, to have investors to fund your business without using your own, but there's no grand opening. This speaks to a scheme. They didn't had 16 grand openings. Oh, here we go. Here go my brother Tony Wiggins. Tony, what you think about Mr. Reggie in that interview last night? How he tap dance around that salary and the $8,000 popcorn machine, and he said Thrill Kill wasn't never on the board.
I might have to get Thrill Kill on the show for that.
Yeah, because he gonna be a little hurt what Cuz said about him. I'm just saying.
The sky is falling.
Sky is falling. That's
Good
what Attorney
brother.
Kim said. Sky
Good
is
brother,
falling.
Fast Eddie.
My comments for the ones who are not involved in the process, not A10 News Media Group, or the ones like, oh yeah, we Anna from the DMV, girl, we know you ain't talking about us. We know that. This sounds like a Ponzi scheme, like on American Greed TV show. Well, let me tell you, just to be honest, because y'all know I'm a little honest, a little too honest. That's why people don't be liking me all the time. He asked me, he said, are you a member? And I said, this was on our text. Yeah, he said, "Are you a member?" And I said,
Answer this
"No,
question
I
for
think
you.
it's a scheme."
What you feel about this?
So let's put Ridgeway White in the hot seat. I've already tried to get Mr. Ridgeway White on the show, and he declined to come on.
Said
18.
never.
He didn't say never. He had his people call me back, and they said that he was busy. He declined to come on.
That's a never.
Hello, caller. You've been bumped in. What's your name and where you calling from?
Good morning. My name's Melinda. I'm from Ohio. I want to say this. I thought that the interview was Emmy Award winning. It was superb.
Thank
He did
you.
an outstanding job. I thought the information that you were able to get from him was amazing. And I do think he said a lot. I mean, I think if you go through all that, I think Reverend Wynn, in terms of his comments, were as well as could be expected in light of your direct questioning. So I did want to congratulate. If you had any doubts, that interview was exceptional.
Thank you so much. Goodbye. Thank you.
From Ohio.
From Ohio. Yes. Thank you. Oh, we're a little nationally known on the microphone.
Well, the world, the state, the rest of the United States is getting to see how we getting played in Flint.
Right. And I feel like that's what we wanted to accomplish. Like, we not no freedom fund fighters and all of that type of stuff. We just here to put it on the table
and make enemies.
And just shut up,
enemies.
We don't make any enemies.
You a lot.
People don't like to hear the truth. The truth hurts.
Now, I will not be eating no more food at these places. I just want to let you know. You must want to get a shit pie.
Mickey, we gonna pack us a lunch, and when we go to the
talk about them and ate their food, I'll be looking.
That brother hand me a pie. Yeah, he handed you. He said, "Here you go, Mickey."
This was before he knew who he was.
Yeah, he knew who he was.
I saw when he cut that when he was handling. But I'm just saying, from here on out, I will not be touching nothing to be at these spots.
Oh well, we shouldn't be anyway. We shouldn't be anyway. Sorry. So the phone lines are open. Don't forget 810-207-5058. What did my brother Tony say?
Which one?
Put it up there. Ding, ding, ding. Put it up there after fast. Put it up there. I want to hear. I want to see what Tony had to say. Flynn gonna invite folks down to hear about that damn grocery store and chain the doors and poison everyone in there with carbon monoxide and kill all y'all fools effing with that man.
See, that's why. How you doing, OG Wig?
Who was that man that poisoned had them drinking the Kool-Aid?
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones. You comparing that man to Jim Jones?
Jim Jones.
Oh my God!
Let me give a shout out to.
I'm tired.
Damn, I missed what I was supposed. Somebody was just from Ohio. Damn it!
The lady that just called.
Ava from Miami, Florida is in the house.
Hey. Dr. Padroni said, "Don't go to a restaurant with Mickey. Shit pie by association." I have an idea. I want to share this. A10 have an email address. You can inbox us. Mickey checks most of the A10 messages.
I do
because I be forgetting.
I check them because
I'm not
so
good.
Many threats coming through. I have to make sure who hate us this week.
The same people that hated us last week, plus a few more.
And guess who? Joyce Ellis McNeil. She came on one of my posts.
What'd she do? Did she put a?
She said it was lies. I don't know if she was referring to me because I put a post up where it says, "Quit trying to." I'm not saying verbatim, but quit trying to speak in speak in tongue and learn how to stop lying in English.
Oh, that was a good post.
I know, it was fire.
Caller, you've been bumped in. What's your name and where you calling from?
Calling from St. Louis.
Hey.
I want to see y'all married on your show.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen.
He ain't gonna come on.
Him to come on. I really want him to come on your show so he can sit there and say, "I am not a cook. I am not a cook."
Shit.
You know what?
He gonna be like, "I did not sleep with that woman." He ain't coming on.
I'm gonna reach out to the mayor's office just for the hell of it and see what happens.
Yes, I would love to see that. That's all I wanted to tell you.
When hell freeze over.
All right, well, thank you, baby. Yeah, you too.
Thanks for bumping with us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hell will freeze over before he come here.
I'm gonna reach out and see what happens.
How did that reach out? We tried to get that room down at the Oak Business Center work for you.
Didn't go too well.
So why would you go back?
Well, so cause I know Neely, he'll say they never asked me to come on.
Yes, that's a lie. We've been reached out. Even during the election, he can't say 810 ain't 810 been reaching out.
Not personally inviting him.
You
Like we didn't send no letter.
Emails. Oh no,
we sent an email too.
No. See, you didn't know about how 810 was working.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we been sent the email to sent it out to even when his wife was running. We got a no reply, and that's when I came out with that lie and said, yeah, I got a reply back to see if I could force her to come on, and said, yeah, she said she'd come on.
Stephanie said, Tommy gonna hang up on you. She surely is.
I know. And you steady playing. When people don't like you.
I don't like them. The feeling is mutual. But he would sit right here in that chair and he would look at me with them squint eyes, and he will fix up some word salads that you ain't never heard before in your life.
Bust him up. There it go right here. I don't like how he did my Reese Davis that day, so I'm upset.
What did the old folks say? Reach and draw back a nub.
Sure will. That's what he should have did. Gonna try to grab it.
He grabbed his chain. Is this real? Is this real? That's how petty he
I'd have
is.
told him, why you lie on that degree from Saginaw Valley State?
Is your degree real?
You know.
That's how he do. That's how we do. And then
did you like Liddell look on her face though when Maurice said they put
but see,
camera?
people was getting mad, like, why did he put the camera on Liddell's face? Because she be big and bad on Facebook. I mean, that she be big and bad on Facebook. The day before, her and somebody else went on his page and damn near read the man like dot. So he like, what up? We live now. Let's get that same energy. She's standing there looking like holiday art.
Listen, like, oh my God. Don't put me on camera. She went to running.
Candace was gone.
Yeah.
Can you do an exit interview with Eva? Yes, here she is right here. Just like she is at council.
Never there.
I present you, Eva Worthing.
Eva's.
There she go. You see her?
Yep, she right there.
She right there. Let's see. Michelle, they say the electrical system had to be increased to support the refrigeration at the grocery store. They said that was delayed for the opening. Girl, we done heard all kind of damn things, the delays at the opening.
We didn't open this studio before they got that grocery store.
And you know what? We had a bet out. Who would Tony had said that.
Yeah.
Who gonna open first? Is 810 gonna get a studio before the grocery store open? And I'll be damned. Our broke asses got a damn studio before the grocery store open. And we ain't even got close to $1 million budget.
Oh, $1 million budget. You know,
he got a $9 million budget.
Mm.
But he only said he had 4.
But it went to lawyers
and attorneys and all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of attorneys you need for what?
He must have went and pulled back up
Johnny Cochran.
Mason. I mean, what's the Metlock? He went Perry Mason, Metlock. He went and got all the great Hollywood lawyers back in the day that my granny watched. Ironside.
That reach was so offensive to me. Smoke coming from my ears. If he had reached at me like that, what happened? What reach? Some people are like that Dragon Ball stuff. You can see their bad juju. Yep. They go super saiyan when they get mad. Yep. I meant y'all called her name wrong. Oh,
Lydell.
Lydell. Oh, yeah.
I call her Baby D.
The World Trade Center was rebuilt before that store opened.
Oh, there go my man there.
Took me out with that one.
My brother from the West Coast, Bishop T. Flowers.
Fast Eddie said he did good morning, Bishop. Fast Eddie said he did a walkthrough.
Pitiful. Just pitiful. I'm telling you.
Oh, when he grabbed Maurice's chain.
Yeah, that was downright disrespectful.
Yeah. But that's how he is. He feel like he can do that.
That's why you supposed to shoot it back. That's why I'll be firing right back.
Maurice was trying to be nice, but he should have been a little quick on his feet. It was like, is that degree real? Is that police officer you got putting on your coat real instead of being out there on them streets? Like, we could have used that police officer last night when Councilwoman Tanya Burns was video recording the damn thieves walking down the street. Oh, I'm about to call Tanya when I get out of here. I couldn't wait till this morning because I was scared for her.
Because I was on the phone. I tell you, go to the crib. I think I talked to her till
Have
she
y'all
got to
seen
the.
it? Can we show it on here?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
hold on,
let's
Sonya,
show
I'm
what
playing.
happened
Let me
last
show
night.
you with your councilwoman because they think Tanya doing it like Clyde the Glide. Tanya got about 4-5 jobs.
Tanya do it all, but she do it for the good of the city.
You better believe
and
it,
that's
Jack.
what I'm impressed about. Even though they try to tear her down, she's still out here giving her all for the city of Flint. But baby, we don't want you to die for it.
So
We don't want you to die for Flint. We don't want
Even
you to
my
die.
good brother Clark, when he rolled and showed the city how it was. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the schools.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's on your page.
No, it's on Tanya Burns' page.
Let me go to T Burns, baby.
Or the councilwoman Tanya Phaedra Parks Burns. Tanya can give you some good reads. So, I bet you Sheldon wouldn't walked up to Tanya and said,
"Oh no, she would have."
And said, "Is that real?"
Out. She would have cussed him out. I'm telling you what I know.
She would have said, "Don't you put your hands on."
Checked his ass like never before.
Can the people see it yet?
Nah, I'm finna
okay, so we about to play. While he's getting ready, we about to play the video. Tanya said the criminals are clearly taking over. They had went up and stole. They was walking down Mackin Road, just stealing the stuff, man. I see. I got on my hoodie. I'm protesting the Flint School District. I'm wearing my hoodie.
Man, if you don't stop, I'm gonna tell you right.
Just saying.
Let me mute us on this end over here.
Okay,
I'm gonna get this together. Let me.
I thought she was talking in it. She wasn't talking in the video?
Not that one.
Is it another one she had on there?
No, that's it. No, wasn't no talking on.
And he was just walking like he ain't like what you looking at me for? He was carrying his shit home. And that's what you call a real porch pirate. But that just shows you. I don't know how the change over the years. It's no respect for human life. It's no respect for, and that's why I don't want her out there doing that. I know the police ain't gonna come, but I care more about Tanya's life than her reporting something like this. And so Stephanie, tell her don't do that no more. Don't do that no more. Take a picture and keep going because we don't want her to be no mark or nothing like that. And when they see her coming, but that just shows you they don't respect anything. They're not scared of the police in Flint because they know the police not coming. I think that video was like damn near she unruly. I know, and she hard-headed. But I'm just saying she shouldn't have did that. Shumo said if he catch somebody on his porch, it's gonna be a sad day for that person. And will. Yes, and will. And yes, that's dangerous. Jerry Winfrey Carter will give you a good read too, especially when she write it out. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. RJ Cat said that's a job for the council president. Oh, she probably was at some Christmas party in the park. Tony, that highlights another issue. What happened to the cameras that came down there begging for money to get? Yeah, you know what? They did say they was gonna be putting up cameras in high crime area. We having yeah. Michelle, police can't come, too busy working in coat check. Right, that's what I said. Like they could have used that officer. He could have been out there on the street, even though it was 2 different nights, but they could have had him out there watching this instead of Tanya.
But the thing is, like, why would they want the citizens to be safe?
Especially when they're trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, when you want lawlessness,
yeah,
where the people can leave.
Yeah, and that goes back to what former Mayor Omar from Compton, California, was talking about. He was telling how like they're doing the same thing in Flint, and I can't wait. Like January 2024 is gonna be a big month for the rebranding of the Winters Hall Show. I want to get former Mayor Omar from Compton, California on so he can tell us about all the happenings with Death Row and Suge Knight and the gentrification out there in Compton, because he said in one of his videos, you mean to tell me that every person that gets out of the mental institution, they get a bus ticket to Compton? He was like, they don't go nowhere else. They come right to Compton. And people see this and they don't call the police. Then there's people just walking around just doing all types of things. That's because they trying to move you out. I mean, think about it. Think about Harlem. Harlem was just black, blackity black. Now, I don't even think we would be able to afford a studio in Harlem. How they came in and just revamped Harlem. I mean, it's like top notch. It's like Manhattan and Brooklyn. Aren't they working on Brooklyn too? So it's like all of these urban black cities. I don't know. Like maybe y'all can help me. Like we come in, we do our work. It's not the most. What do they see here that's interesting in like our black cities, Brooklyn, Harlem, Compton?
He said he ready when you ready.
Okay, all right. I'm
Bishop,
going to be reaching out to him.
Thanks for the connection.
Yes, we appreciate you, Bishop, because that's going to be a hell of an interview. That's going to be a hell of an interview. I can't wait to hear from him.
I mean, but if you look at it, you got to understand, and as I say, Neely, I call them the Brook Brothers suits they be wearing.
Oh, what Fast Eddie said, Compton used to be like Grand Blanc. Are you for real?
Yeah, if you go, they had a white flight.
Harlem started getting gentrified in 1998.
See, yeah, I didn't listen to the rappers Jim Jones when he was like how Harlem was. He like it's different than when he was growing up to what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You see the gentrification, but what it is, it's like what's so bad. Where are you gonna push these people to?
Well, the outskirts, because
So they finna let the outskirts. You think they want them? You think?
Well, I mean, all I can go by is here in Flint. Sometimes, and it's different for everybody, but we leave Flint, we move to Grand Blanc. We get to Grand Blanc, they move out to Clarkston. We move to Clarkston, they move to Davis. And it's like, they keep moving further and further out. We moving out where, where it's good at. But then now they circling the block and they coming back to Flint after all of us then left and moved out, because the water is still messed up here in Flint. It has to be. I've seen brown water. I've seen people rashes and stuff. But it's only in certain parts of town, because the water can't be bad if they building brand new damn apartments all downtown. You don't hear about nobody downtown breaking out, taking a bath, or nothing like that. You just don't hear about it. Marketplace apartments, the Commons on the Green, or whatever that damn place is called, right there on Grand Traverse and University. The new lofts downtown. They about to build. They took the people from the Odyssey House and about to ship them across town somewhere, and they gonna turn the Odyssey House into some more apartments, and then they're gonna build a 5-story building adjacent to it with more affordable housing.
From you. Where are the black, brown, and white poor people? I'm talking about the poor now.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going to put them at? Where are they going? Where are the poor people going to go who can't afford to live here no more?
Well, you know what?
Like Grand Blanc is cheap.
The east side, maybe, because Chicago, downtown Chicago used to be the hood. Like Chicago downtown, just like DC. And Anna's on here. Anna tell me what they did in DC. It was the hood. Like 2 blocks from the White House is the hood. Chicago's the hood. And when I went to go speak in a conference in Chicago, and when the guy was taking me back to the airport, he did a little tour of downtown, and he was telling me, this is where Caprini Green used to be, the projects Caprini Green, and over here is where this mass murder was, and over here, and I'm like, what? But where he was pointing was an all glass underground parking, Walgreens, and a dog park. It looked like Georgetown with a row of townhomes. They took all the people from downtown Chicago and moved them to the south side. So now the South Side of Chicago is just crime ridden. So I don't know where they're gonna put the people in Flint. Like they're trying to take the North Side. Are they gonna move them to the South Side? I mean, because we hear the North Side is gonna be apple orchards. The East Side, they got a lot of the immigrants, shall I say, coming in over there from the Ukraine to the Hispanics. They over there on the East Side, and I've heard people say they're gonna have a whole new voting base over there on the East Side. And it has got to be true because as you can see, they took the NAACP off the board at Hurley, and they put the Latin X on the board at the Hurley Hospital. That's our city hospital here. So you can see the shift that's coming. And I don't know. A phone lines is open 810-207-5058. I mean, I could sit here and talk all day, but I want to hear from y'all too.
I'm just trying to figure it out though. But and what's funny though, but if
Look at it, Tony. Tony said he ain't breaking out in shit, and he take baths regularly, and he smack dab downtown. So the pipes, the water is only they trying to rid people. They trying to rid people from certain areas. And Anna, yes, DC is a true example of white supremacy working, and they have us against us. Now, Anna, it's been a while since I've been to DC, but didn't they fix up like around where the White House is at? Because they had bums sleeping on.
Bishop T. Flowers said President H.W. Bush family lived in Compton. George Clooney lived in Compton.
What? Hey, caller, good morning. You've been bumped in. What's your name and where you calling from?
Good morning. This is Renee Jackson from Lake County.
Hello.
Good morning, Winnie.
Good morning, dear.
Good morning.
All right. I want to tell you, now, I don't know about that part about the Chicago. I've been living in Chicago all my life.
Mm-hmm.
Downtown was off limits. You know, it was beautiful. Now it's still nice down there. Only thing now these kids are taking over. You can't go downtown now. You get your head bust open.
Really?
We couldn't go downtown. Yes, we couldn't go downtown. We couldn't go across this road. I'm telling you, I don't know where that came from downtown. Downtown was a spot we they to play. You couldn't go down there and do that mess, what they doing now. Now they took over downtown. Oh, it's bad. It's terrible out there.
What?
That's why I moved to the suburbs. But I always tell people I don't, forget where I came from. I was born and raised in the ghetto.
Well, let me
I'm out here in these suburbs where it's nice and all this here, but I go back home. Now, I do go downtown. It's still nice, but the people is going to leave there because they just running the cars into the buildings and everything. Girl, they doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But whoever said that, I don't remember that. And
let me tell you where I was at. Let me tell you where I was at. When I went to Chicago for this particular conference, I stayed downtown at the Hyatt. And it was like right there where where the bridge is. And you can see,
yes.
Okay. And so when we were leaving, we went down this street, and it's a Walgreens right there with the underground parking. It was some streets that we went down, like not too far from downtown. It had the row of townhomes. And he said this whole area used to be black. It used to be the projects. And what they did was took the people from downtown and shipped them to the south side of Chicago.
See, I don't remember that, but I do know what Cabrini, because my daughter went to school over there back Cabrini Green. I do know that much, but I just never remembered that. I just don't, what he's talking about. Mm-hmm. Now, they probably, if it was now, I can really believe it, because half of the people downtown is leaving because they just tearing up their stores. They just robbing these folks in broad daylight now. It's terrible. But I just had to call in because I'm like, wait a minute, when did that happen?
Okay, well, thank you, caller, for calling in.
Thanks
you.
for bumping in from the
All
side.
right. And how my brother Mickey?
Hey, how you doing, sister? I'm doing
Mickey,
good.
I'm still waiting to send y'all some change. You got to get me in there, Mickey.
I got you, beloved. I got you.
All right, then. And y'all have a blessed one.
You have a better one.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. But see, yeah. So I thank the caller for that. But yeah, I was going by what he was telling me, and then I've heard other people say that they moved the people to the south side of Chicago from out the downtown. But it's so sad to hear that they are doing that and robbing people in downtown Chicago. Because when I stayed down there, when I was at the Hyatt, like one night I was by myself, and I just took off walked to the CVS store that was downtown. I mean, I was by myself. It was literally nobody out there. And so that's sad to hear that they really doing they tearing up downtown Chicago again. Now I did give me a Uber and go. You know a girl got to always go find her way to the hood because I was looking for Ryan over there from what's Black Ink Chicago. That's where I got my tattoo at from Ryan and them over there, Black Ink Chicago. I just threw that in for free. That's what Mickey looking at me like, what that got to do with anything? But I'm just saying that's where now when I got that Uber to the south side, then that white man pulled up. He said, You want to go over there? Yeah, I want to go over there. He left me too. I said, You gonna wait? He was like, just call me. He left me. He left because I'm like, well, I don't know if Black Ink is open. He was like, you can just call, you just hit that little button again, and somebody else will come back. And that was it. They left me over on the south side.
Lord have mercy.
But I didn't know that about Compton. You mean to tell me Compton, California used to be white like that? I mean, all I know is Compton is being like from NWA and Eazy-E and Death Row. You mean Baby Boy? Boys in the hood.
They had a white flight. If you go, that's what Bishop T. Flowers was saying. George Clooney grew up there.
In
like
Compton?
They had
I can't wait to talk to Mayor Omar.
See, I'll be watching Kev Mack videos. I gotta give.
I know you watch all of the old black stuff. You be giving me a little history.
Yeah, no, Kev Mack. He was.
Can you talking to the mic? Because people be wanting.
Kev Mack was that was in 67, 68. Because that's what a lot of the gangs they said the gangs was coming from because it was the black because they was having to fight. A lot of the whites they couldn't be caught in certain areas.
See, people in the Chun Jay said they always thought Compton was the hood.
He said blacks
wasn't even allowed downtown. Downtown Compton?
No. That's how you got why they really the gangs. I mean, where it went to and where it started from was really they was protecting their neighborhood because they was getting harassed by the whites.
Wow.
I did a little history on that.
I see, Mickey.
I'll be watching little documentaries. I'll be watching all of them.
Well, when we interviewed that Mayor Omar, can you be a part of that?
Most definitely.
Okay. He was like, what? So you think I wasn't gonna ask some questions?
Most definitely, because I watch them all. I watch all of them. I'll be wanting to know, like I keep telling you about Brownsville, Chicago, Big Teddy Rowe, who started the policy game. See, he challenged the power structure, even though they did take him out. That's where Quincy Jones and people came from. The policy game, how they got, Al Capone, how they end up taking over, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I love history. You know what I'm saying? You get to see. So I don't want to watch just where we shoot them up, bang bang. I like to see where we actually had some. That's why I like them. What was it? Harlem Nights, the one Eddie them did. The Godfather of Harlem now with was Forrest Whitaker be coming on, even though I'm giving him shout out.
Right.
But I like to see what blacks was doing, something like when we had our own. You know what I'm saying? Where your communities, it's like, and don't get me wrong, I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Compton has its own school district, 28 schools, has its own fire department. Today, right now, today.
See, it's like, yeah, when you.
I mean, when I think of Compton, like probably most people in the chat, we think of them little tan houses with the fence around it and the one palm tree in the front yard. That's all we think of Compton, and that little red car saying "Ricky run."
But that's what they highlight. You know what I'm saying? Right. They gonna want to show you that. Things like that.
Can you put Anna? Let's start with hers. My father moved Chicago, but my stepfather family was from New York to Detroit, Michigan. Okay. What's the next one? I lived in Chicago a few months in 1966. Southside had a reputation back then. I was in an old hotel that housed refugees and poor folks, disabled veterans, Vietnam veterans, human traffic, recruiters sniffing around. Crime was present, but more subtle than today.
You see Bishop T. Flowers said yes.
Yes. Wow. Yes, Compton actually was redlined at first, and blacks could not live there. What? Blacks couldn't live in Compton? Oh my God! I'm loving today's show because I'm learning some stuff today. I mean, I'm telling you, all I thought was just Ice Cube and Eazy-E and Dr. Dre walking down the streets in Compton ever since it was its conception. What did Stephanie say? Oh, so where do you all go if you need to be hospitalized? To the Hurleys. Misconceptions, just like everybody in Flint House look like Avenue A. That's true. That's true. That's very true, Stephanie. That's true. Omar disbanded the 100-year-old corrupt police department and bought in the sheriff. Oh, that's gonna be a good interview. I gotta get him lined up. That's gonna be my first interview of 2024. Remember, up north in Michigan was a rich black community until they started selling their land and home.
And I can't remember the name of it, but Idlewild.
Yes, I remember hearing about that from Outcast.
Yes, I remember my uncle them telling me these stories.
There's a lot to it, but a lot of how they got to be the way they still are is still run by a new generation of the same people.
Esquire Jr. in them.
Diva, if you haven't watched the show Them, it's inspired by the first black family to move to Compton like in the 50s. When my uncle moved there in the 80s, it wasn't bad. It was mixed, but whites were leaving. Oh, well, I guess I got me a new show. What channel is that on? Where can I stream that from? Them. It was a white suburb. Y'all can't make me believe. Now y'all know I gotta go watch this. Compton is a city. I think people think it's just a neighborhood. It's not like why Ice Cube says in the song "City of Compton." See, that's Diva. I'm telling you, that's what I always thought. Oh, Jerry said, what about Avenue A? Look how she coming here popping. What about Avenue A? No, they was talking about we talking about how I always had in my mind, Compton was just like Boys in the Hood. Eazy and Dr. Dre walking around down the street, fuck the police. That's what I always thought Compton was. And they saying Compton used to be all white. Like you wasn't allowed in downtown Compton if you was black. And Stephanie said, just like people think all the houses in Flint look like houses down on Avenue A.
But this is a good one. Don't forget how about KC. Don't forget how they did this old St. John neighborhood. Remember?
Right. St. John. They said, my mom said you didn't have to go out of St. John.
But remember, you couldn't move. Remember, blacks weren't allowed in certain parts of Flint either.
She said across Hamilton. I believe that's what she said. Across Hamilton, across Saginaw Street, somewhere like that, you couldn't move. I remember going to Dr. BB, was my dentist on Hamilton, right before he was in between DuPont and whatever that street is where Haskell is. There was white people. They lived there and they had a dentist office. Like I remember when over in El Dorado Drive, it was white people growing up over there. We had we had white neighbors. Two, like a white neighbor here, a white neighbor next to there. Like I remember all of this back in the day. Furious yelling at some gangbangers. Yeah, RJ Cat. That's all I remember is that's Mickey's boy. What's his name? Furious what?
Furious Styles.
Furious Styles. Furious Styles. That's all I remember. And then rolling them balls in his hands. Look, they still on. They said Attorney Kim got to go. Every time he gets ready to lie, he says essentially. Orange County and Sacramento, don't tell it all. Damn. John Pony said, we need to come to agreement so we can show unity. So what's our next step and move? Because you see they are moving on us. John, like I said, we put the information out there and we need the residents of the city of Flint to grab it and move on it. We lay it out clear as plain as day. People from all over the nation have seen ATN expose who the major players are, what they're doing on every board. We started out with city council and now you're seeing us branch out. And you see that it's literally damn near corruption in every sector that you touch in Flint. And it's for the residents to pick up. I cannot, and I refuse to fight harder than what the people in Flint are fighting. Now, I'm going to keep fighting as long as it's one or two people that's fighting in Flint. But we need the residents to come together and do something. Like when we go down there to the council meetings and you only see 20 people, like I actually counted, it was like 30 people in the audience. I guess they okay with stuff that's going on. But they can't say they don't know because everybody in town know about Eric Mays and city council. Right. So it's like you need to push your residents, urge them to come. I can't be the only one urging people to come to city council and Arthur Woodson and I can't even think of any other podcast that really urge people to come to city council, because people really don't want you to know what's going on. They want you to stay in the dark. But I want you to wake up. I want people to wake up. And I think what ATN has done, it's really gotten a lot of people that wasn't necessarily involved in politics. We have gotten them involved in a process. And so slowly but surely, we have seen people that have listened to A10, like Michelle Young, migrate down to City Council, James Moore. People been coming down there. Michelle, Melissa Zimbrisky, like people been they coming. Kermit. Kermit been coming. Kermit, that's my rider right there. I ride with Kermit. Kermit
18 crew.
Kermit is an honorary podcaster on 18.
He put us down there, especially covering city council.
Yeah. And he sit there the whole time.
He
walks out with us. I mean, like Kermit is there, so we love Kermit.
Yeah.
I want to see Carol Kincaid. I have a Black friend that told me that when she was young, probably 60 years or so ago, C.S. Mott saw him and friends walking south in downtown, stopped them, had a nice chat, and then offered them each a shiny quarter to change direction. They got the message. Ain't that a bitch? But see, my grandmother used to work for the Motts and the Ballingers. Remember Ballinger Highway? The Ballingers are also associated with McLaren Hospital. And they told when my grandmother, she was like the nanny to the children, especially the Ballingers, more so than the Motts. And when my grandfather, had to be back in the 50s, 60s, when they told him, when you come to pick her up, you got to go in the back of the mansions, because they stayed off of Miller Road and those in whatever the mansion's called. What's that, Woodcroft Estates back over there? And told him you got to go around the back, to where the help, where you pick up the help. My granddaddy said, psst. And he drove up in the driveway. If my wife good enough to clean for y'all, I'm about to roll up in the front of y'all house and pick her up. And he did that. And he used to have a drink with Miss Ballinger out there too. May she rest in peace. But I'm telling you, I mean, I had never experienced any type of racism in Flint until I got in my 40s.
I don't, because you was blind to it.
No, I never experienced it.
You might think you didn't. See,
and that's true. That's true. I might think I didn't, but right in my face, I didn't experience it.
Because you think you didn't. I didn't have a person tell me that, and I that's why I got to give a shout out to the Jarretts again. Papa, Effie's baby boy, Jared, and
Papa
Cynthia.
Wilbur Jared.
Yeah, Papa Wilbur Jared and Cynthia Jared. And I gotta say this, because I had them conversations every time I see him. She was like, "Oh, you didn't thank Flint because you weren't paying attention to it." Mm-hmm. See, when we young, but we was in our circle. See, I remember it's parts of Beecher you couldn't go to where my granny stayed. She stayed on Princeton. It was parts that they called it. I'm just gonna say they called it Hunkyville.
Wow.
It was just certain parts you couldn't. You got caught over there, you would get jumped. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest.
Beecher?
It was certain parts of it, but it was probably like, it was certain parts they didn't want you over. Like my auntie was one of maybe the first, when they would move up there on Stifler, probably one of the first few Black families that moved over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like certain parts they couldn't go to.
Like my Morris is now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we act like we didn't know that. You know, if you got caught out in Grand Blanc when you was young, that was a no-no.
Shit, sometimes now you better make your ass home.
Saying, but I'm just showing you where you were saying you didn't experience it. But this was during our time. You couldn't be out there.
I see what you're saying. Like it was there. I just wasn't a part of it, right?
Because we knew what side to stick on. We kind of stuck to our own. That's even going with the schools. Like I was told, they built Southwestern really because that was supposed to be for the whites. It wasn't for us.
Right.
When my uncle and them was in school. You know what I'm saying? This going back. So we just weren't seeing it, but it was there. Ain't never left.
Right.
It's just now once you get older, you get in the work field, you start seeing different things. It's like, damn.
Well, Derek Smart said he remember when you couldn't even cross Davidson Road in the 80s if you was Black.
Wow. I just said they knew how to hide their racism. You know what I'm saying? I remember this one teacher said, what was it? We was at what was my element? I think I was at was it Pearson or Carpenter Road or something? She was like, "Oh, you can never be president." I remember a student was like, they wanted to be president, but we was black. And this was a teacher was saying, "Oh, you can't be president." And I remember that. And what made me remember is when I was listening to one of Minister Farrakhan's, and he was talking about how students was with a student told Malcolm X when he was young what he couldn't be. Then it ended up happening to him when he was young.
Wow.
And I remember experienced this when I was in elementary for a white teacher to say that. You know what I'm saying? So it was there. You just you didn't really look at it. You just overlooked
I never did.
it.
I remember hearing though, and the white guy told me, he said that Coolidge School right there on Ballinger, where they rebuilt the Coolidge Place apartments, he said that school was segregated into the late 80s.
Look at
Do you hear me? Like 80s. Like I was born in 76.
All you gotta do was watch the story on HBO. I remember it was back in the day when Central High School down in Arkansas. Arkansas.
Okay.
Segregated still to this day. I mean, I think the documentary came out, what was it, the late 90s or late 90s or something, maybe 2000. It was segregated still. So it's like, I think we just, because we get to go to stores or we get to go certain places, we overlook it. But
I mean,
it's still prevalent to this day.
Right. I mean, because we get some money where we do. I always say we rush down to Somerset. And I remember like during certain times down in Somerset, they don't let a lot of people inside Louis Vuitton. You got to stand outside and wait in line. 2 or 3 people go in there. Cartier, even hell, what's the little chains they wear? The Pandora, shit, they slide the gate down. Too many people go in there. David Yerman, they got security guards standing up there. They don't want people down there because you got people doing smash and grabs, or they look at us and think we ain't got a lot of money. I remember back in the day, in the late 80s, my daddy was a shop worker. My daddy always wore overalls. He went to Superior Pontiac Cadillac and he walked in his work clothes. Nobody helped him but this one young white guy. And he came up to my dad, and because people was looking at him like he ain't got no damn money. And so the young white guy came up. He was like, "Sir, can I help you?" And he said, "Yeah, I want that Cadillac right there, that canary yellow one right there on the showroom floor. Pay cash for it." And so everybody turned. He said, "That's what y'all get." Looking at me like I ain't got nothing. So we talking about, we always running to buy a Cadillac at Superior. They didn't really want us out there.
But it's still, you wearing Balenciaga. Go look at all these go look at these designers stuff that you wearing. That's why I do believe in patronizing. I got to get to you, brother. Unleashed. And start like how you be rock. You know what I'm saying? Because
except for my Gap shirt today, but I got on Unleashed on my head. He keep me dripped in.
But I'm saying, but you should support your own.
Shout out to Unleashed in the Genesee Valley Mall in the old Burlington corridor. If you're looking for Christmas gifts for your family, for men, children, even baby clothes, go holler at him. Tell him Winters and Mickey sent you. Out there, Unleashed in the Genesee Valley. And beautiful clothing, high quality clothing.
Even in the Army, if you go look how the one guy I can't think what's his name, Cuba Gooding Jr. played. I can't think of the dude he played. Was it the Navy when he was a deep sea diver? It was about a true story.
You be watching all the movies. I don't know what movie you talking about. What movie is Mickey talking about, y'all?
Because I like to learn things, like even with Roots. I mean, not Roots, with Glory, with Denzel Washington was in that. Even when you looking at,
look what Michelle said. The white flight is real. Her family moved on Sterling Street. They was the 5th black family to move on the street in 1971.
That's the
Man of Honor. They look
Man of Honor. Yeah, I like to watch them movies because
Connie said rubber boots. My daddy had galoshes.
Yeah, Officer and the Gentleman. Look at a soldier story. How we treated our own in that. Because of how the military was. See, people forget. Even the soldiers who went over there and fought doing that, look how they got treated when they came back. It's things where you couldn't even laugh. Back in the 30s, where you had to put your head in the laughing barrel. Just think if you looked at a white woman, it's no this. You got to tell the truth. That's how you can clear things up. See, we want to push it to the side.
Bishop Flowers, you see what you did to us today. You got us talking about a good subject today.
No, it's the truth. You have to. You got to look at everything how it is. Don't get me wrong. It's raped up. It's classism and racism.
Classism is the new racism.
Right. Because because if you go back and study some of your presidents you go back and study them. Listen, man, all the way up to your
Arthur Woodson said,
one.
"Glory." What's up? Good morning, Art.
I love to watch them stories when you see what's going on. But you see, we have fought in every war. Every war. We can go fight from you, but still come back and be called a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when they say, "Oh, we fighting for your freedoms," yeah, because you still upholding racism. You know what I'm saying? You still we fighting for this, but it's still we fighting who freedom are we fighting for?
It's definitely not.
Did you hear Clack's story when he said the officer, even though this was black, but if you go watch the straight out of when you watch Boys in the Hood, but if you go listen to the NWA straight out of Compton, you hear the black cop showing out for the white cop and cue them song where they said F the police.
Mm-hmm. That was always my impression of Compton.
And they was really telling the story, even though they was getting paid, they was saying what was going on in their community, how they was being policed. But look what you had. You had the Black Panther Party where they was trying to help, but look how they infiltrated and did them. What was they doing?
Right, and he said Bishop said Mayor Omar got rid of the police department. They were so damn corrupt in Compton and brought in the sheriff department.
Like Fast Eddie said, the Vietnam asked the black soldiers, "Why are you here?" When they were saying, because like why was you fighting in this? When they're calling them soul brothers, but you don't come. That's what Ali said. Ain't no Viet Cong called him no nigga. Ain't no Viet Cong tried to hang him. His fight was here. And look how they stripped him. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you can see it, you have to go ahead and call a spade and call a ball, and a strike.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Blacks fought the Revolutionary War in every conflict until present day.
And what have you got? You can't even get HR 40 done. Blacks got to, every 25 years, they got to go back to the Congress.
And that's what I don't understand. That like they still passing rights for us to vote. Why they just don't give it to us?
Because did you just hear?
I hear you, but we still we on the books for every so many years to get rights to vote.
Right.
It's just crazy to me.
Right.
I'm black in America and I still don't have equal rights.
Right. I should tell you what, even with how they police Grand Blanc, I ain't gonna just say how they police the police. Would you see how they police the white communities compared to the poor communities? Mm-hmm. Well, let's say that because shit, you can be black and still have money, can catch problems. Look at Oprah Winfrey, billionaire. Did you see she got turned down trying to go to these stores because they still look at you?
What was that? The Hermes store over there in another country?
Yeah, they still look at you as a
They was like, you ain't coming in here. And she probably could buy the stuff.
Yeah, everybody get they nigga wake up call. Mm-hmm. Hate to say it, but it is. Look what Puff Daddy going through. He was able to cause all this hell. Now what you finna get? That's get true. That nigga wake up call.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, but why do they, in shifting into that, when you're talking about Puff Daddy, why do they always just come down on where you going? You need to be my he left the building. He got a phone call in the middle of the show. But anyway, here he come back. So like he was just shifting into what happened to Puff Daddy. Why do they give? It seems like to me when our black people reach a certain status, they try to demasculate them, and then they try to
But I'm not gonna say they was demasculating. Look at the stuff he was able to do. Like all the hell you getting away with because you feel you got money. How he was
ain't getting away with shit now. They taking it from him.
But look how long he got to get away with it.
Well, look at Bill Cosby. Look at R. Kelly. I'm talking about, look at all the successful men. In my opinion, and I don't know really the backstory to all of this stuff, but when Bill Cosby was trying to buy, what was it, ABC, NBC, one of them, he started having issues. Look at Tyler Perry. Couldn't make it nowhere. He got the biggest studio in the U.S., right down there in Atlanta, Georgia, an old Navy base. I like that
So it was a
movie.
plantation.
Used to be a plantation. I thought it was an old Army base. Plantation. I thought it was Army base.
Might have been, but I could have swore it was a plantation.
Army. Did you see Maxine's Baby? That's the name of the documentary of Tyler Perry. I thought it was good because he got turned down a lot of times, and he built his own stuff. So I like going through and seeing his struggle. I understand why he's so
you
high.
right, Dan. You right. Outcast 155.
See, an old Army base he bought. Yes. The CIA is moving in and out of the music industry. Look at Moses.
See, Carla Muhammad. It was a plantation.
So was it a plantation that turned into an army base? Because I know in the movie it said it was an army base. I'm dead sure that they said it was an army base in the movie. Harvey Weinstein met his history, but didn't he kill himself?
He got out. He was able to get out.
Well, who was that had that little island or something?
Jeffrey
Epstein. Okay. He killed himself, didn't he? Somebody killed their damn self.
No, he got took out in jail.
Oh, he did, though, ain't he?
That's what they say.
He said that's what they say. But I'm still like, it's more than just the blacks.
Allegedly.
Allegedly what?
Then I was responding to Stephanie.
Oh, okay. Ruby D said it best in The Buck and the Preacher about racism. She said it's like poison soaked into the ground. And I seen what Art had commented on here earlier. He was like, they know how to hide their racism really well.
Yeah, they hid it from you.
Yeah, they did. And it was like, me, I tell the truth. My children go to a private school, and I had blinders over my eyes, and I knew it was a cruel world out here. And so when they introduced my baby, my oldest daughter, I think she was in the 2nd grade when they gave her a book about Rosa Parks. And I would never forget, I was in the kitchen cooking, and her daddy was reading her the book. And it had Rosa Parks depicted as a little black girl, like the Charlie Brown character, Pigpen, with all this dirt around her, and they had her in roller skating down the sidewalk, and then the 3 little white boys came and pushed her over, and she went to go drink out of the water fountain and had the little Pigpen dust flying around it. I was pissed. I remember calling the concerned pastors. I remember calling the school, like, where the hell you get this book from? This ain't got nothing to do with Rosa Parks' story. And I don't want my daughter to find out nothing. This ain't her history.
But just think, when you was in school, how much of the black history did you get in history? How many pages was it?
Only thing we learned about when I was in school is Martin Luther King, and that everybody used to be a slave. And then that was it.
But then even showing, and I could stand, we had to watch the Emmett Till story. We had to watch that because it was CBS.
We watch Roots.
We had to watch. I'm talking about in school. We had to watch the Emmett Till. Yeah, but that was terrible because a whistle, your life get took for whistling.
But did he really do that?
Listen, you could kill if you just got mad. Look at Rosewood.
Now some of them movies I just can't watch. Like, and then my daddy, he can't watch Mississippi Burning. To this day, he can't watch Mississippi Burning.
I'll be mad though, but
he can't watch it. Ooh, he be heated.
Well, I used to watch it with my granny. I gotta say, rest her soul, Maylou Jordan. I used to watch them stories. My uncle them used to be mad, like, I'm sick of these slave stories. But me, I would sit there and watch them with her. But as I got older, I could understand it better. When I was young, like a kid, I didn't understand. Like when I got into my 18 and 9, when I started hitting 18, 19, 20, because I started getting different books. Like I say, my cousin and my auntie, they would give me, like, I started watching, like, listening to the minister. But at this time, it was Khalid Muhammad.
Okay.
I started, my mother would always be watching that. My uncle would play the Malcolm X tape. See, I would hear this type of, see this, listening. So it was, once I got through the madness and can sit down and watch it, because I want to say this to people: if you want to get the breakdown of The Color Purple, you got to go watch with Minister Farrakhan break it down. It's on YouTube when he breaking down The Color Purple. So when you understand that, how he broke that down, because Danny Glover said a woman, he played the role so good, said a woman spit on him because she couldn't take
How he was
in the
acting that movie.
movie
Yeah.
and not understanding, but she was that hurt. How how it was.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look in that far, because it correlates with what's going on now today when you're seeing men getting women pregnant, not taking care of their kid. But who created that? When you was considered a buck, you can have dad use you over here to get, because they was just using the men to make babies so they can keep they stuff going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't think that's psychological damage that was being done.
Or them children just given away like there was in The
just
Color
take
Purple.
the baby. You know what I'm saying? You can go rape a woman, or that's why I tell everybody go get without sanctuary. When you see the books where they showing you how you can just go kill blacks, go murder them. When you seeing them was hanging them. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what
you had
disturbs?
Billie Holiday talking about strange fruit from a tree and her son. That was when they was riding through the South. Go watch that when Donna Ross played when you get to see. You seeing how they was keeping all our stars on drugs.
My granddaddy said they used to be riding down, because he was from Tennessee. In the backwoods of Tennessee, they would ride down the street and actually see somebody just hanging from a tree. Just hanging.
Yeah.
Like, this is shit that they seen growing up. I couldn't even imagine the psychological, like
so
you said, damage that
mama was when she having the baby. Was she kind of and she probably thinks she was doing the best, trying to, they was trying to keep their kids alive. Can you imagine your baby being took from you? You just had a baby and you send the baby, you just take the baby, the kid get 4 or 5, and look how they had, when you see pictures, I
don't hear my mama here saying I got a lot of Black history from my parents and grandparents. Yeah, and I'm telling them about it today.
Yeah, I'm just saying when you sitting up, when you looking at it, like the things that's going on. When they put you put your, you got, when they old folks home, when they put the parents away. That ain't how Black culture was. You didn't throw the elders away to the side.
Mm-hmm. You took care of them.
They
took
rolled
care
it
of Big
all the
Mama
way
right
out.
there in that
They
in that
rolled
house,
it all
right.
the way out with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now that wasn't how the Black culture was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's no shade to the whites and nothing, but that ain't how. But see, we really not living our culture. Let's be honest. We've been indoctrinized in Western. We've been Westernized.
Civilization.
No, because it was civilization going on, but it's just how we are now.
Like what I'm talking about, taking on the Western culture.
Yeah, I mean, because you lost your morals, your religion, your name. You know what I'm saying? Even like certain things, but Blacks, we so messed up from slavery.
Oh.
We so messed up from slavery. It is crazy.
Start the call or
we got a call.
The call will start at the beep.
Caller, you've been bumped in. What's your name and where you calling from?
Good morning. This is Mrs. Shaw again.
Hey, Miss Shaw.
You guys have my subject matter on this morning.
Well, get to talking,
Talk
baby.
to us.
When I left Tennessee, I applied for a teacher job. Ma'am, we have our quotas of blacks. But what you don't realize, Winters, blacks have a glass ceiling. You only can go so far before you bump your head. You have to come back down. So they destroy our people that progress into the millions of dollars by making allegations.
Yeah. Yes,
Mind you, the allegations are not investigated yet.
Yes, ma'am.
Trump and all the rest of them has to be investigated thoroughly.
Yes, ma'am.
So that brings them down, and they have the black people thinking that these people are just bad people, just go over in their area.
Mm-hmm.
They won't allow you over there to take care of their business.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, you'll see some damage they have done. When they get mad with each other, they will out each other. But I was brought up with the water that was labeled colored in the courthouse. White. Bathroom labeled color. White. Doctor's office with walls between blacks and whites.
That's since I've been in Michigan in the 70s. And I don't know whether they've taken them down or not, but when I visited my mom, she told me, be quiet, don't say nothing. I said, why not? I said, I work for the Department of Civil Rights. Why can't I say anything?
Right.
She wouldn't allow me to say anything, but they had to sit on one side. They going to the same doctors, mind you. But the doctors continue to get our money. The high-priced stores are still getting our money.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have anything of our own, so we can't say. We got to go to you. But if you watch today, everybody wearing jeans, T-shirts, tennis shoes.
Yes, ma'am.
So we are shopping at that high-priced store like you and me and your mom went to. But you're right, Mickey. Keep it going. I don't hear your phone ringing this morning. Why?
Because I got it on
Tell
silent.
us why you're ringing.
Our phone ain't ringing because we speaking the truth this morning. We talking about Black history and our culture and how things was done to us. That's why the phone ain't ringing this morning.
And those people that live the life like I live is still living it because it's in Flint, it's covert. Down south, it was overt. It's better down south now than it used to be.
Right.
But hey, I'm going to get off of here, and some of these older people need to call in because they experienced a lot. We experienced a whole lot. I was discriminated against here. I was trying to tell you yesterday. That's why I need that interview with me, because I was discriminated here.
Mm.
But anyway, you guys, you should recognize. Look, they are thinking she's assimilating herself in white. They don't like her. They'll use her.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. But they using
our mayor.
Yes, ma'am.
They'll use you, but they don't like you because the color of your skin. And a lot of Black people think because they light complected,
right,
that they fit in. You don't fit in.
Right.
You don't fit when you get ready to get loans.
Right.
They had to drop the requirement when you got ready to buy cars. Because you worked in GM and made all that money, they would allow you to get a Cadillac with a 2-bedroom loan.
You telling the truth.
So much.
You telling the truth.
So much tell. And I am a history teacher. They wouldn't allow it in the schools here in Flint. But every opportunity that I got in the classroom, I taught it. I will talk about it. But anyway, today, this is 2023. It's not in your schools.
Nope.
But yet we vote for these people. We put them in office and so forth. I don't see any Blacks campaigning on Black history. You know, why don't you allow us to do this? Why don't we get our money that you owe us, 40 acres and a mule? Why don't we get this? Every once in a while you see them bring it up, but they drop it. I guess they are made to drop it. But anyway, I could talk to you all day long.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful weekend.
You're welcome. You too. Bye-bye.
You have a better one. But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you have to have these uncomfortable truths.
Yeah.
But see, we'll run around like everything is everything. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but it's so much. And then it just seems like when you tell the truth, a lot of people not going to like you. Because people liking Malcolm X now. Oh, the government wasn't liking Malcolm X when he was here.
Yeah, did they have him killed?
The government wasn't like when Martin Luther King was talking about the Vietnam War. Even the Black churches turned against him.
They did at the end, and see that's the part that they don't leave out.
Yeah, the
Baptist church put him out before he died. Yes, they did.
They act like they was just, but King was this, King was that. Are you serious?
And you know what? I didn't find that out until later on in life. And let me tell you who told me. My pastor, Pastor Hill.
Yeah,
he said the Baptist church ousted.
Because what did he
Martin
do?
Luther King, because in their eyes, he became too radical. He started speaking on the truth that they didn't want people to hear. And so they put him out. He didn't preach his last sermon in a Baptist church.
Right.
But see, that's the history they don't teach us.
They never gonna tell you that. They never gonna tell you. But long as he was fighting over here, King was good to him.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was the best one they ever
the White
seen.
House. They did that.
Oh, now y'all want to call now, and it's almost 11 o'clock. Look at y'all.
Press 1 to start the call, or 2. The call will start at the beep.
Good morning, caller. You've been bumped in. What's your name and where you calling from?
This is okay. I'm always late here. This is John Pony.
John, that's weird. That's suspicious.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning.
Suspicious. How you doing?
Good.
Listen, y'all. Listen. This isn't. I understand Black history. I've lived it and everything they're talking about, Vietnam, all that. I know all about that. And for true, a lot of people are just learning about that because they haven't been told about that, or they didn't have those conversations because they were too busy dealing with life. But what's before us is not really racism. It's not about racism. I said it in the comments. Racism is a tool. It's just a tool. If they can keep us separated, divided, like what the mayor's doing, like what they've all done, either through education, through your gender, through your race, economically. You keep us separated and fighting and looking and complaining. And all we see it, but all we do is complain about it. As far as really organizing and getting together and taking action, that's when you start making changes. Like they're talking about the civil rights movement. There were white people in the civil rights movement as well.
Yes.
You go back to, I said it before, abolitionists. Yeah. There were white abolitionists that helped Harriet Tubman and them make it to the North. So, some people, regardless of race, they are moved by God. They are moved by God. And we have to remember that. The thing is, there's going to be people who are not with us, but it's about those who are with us. And it doesn't take everybody. We might not have the majority, but we have the authority. The authority comes from God. You got to, don't get it twisted. We're giving them too much power. We stop it. We keep We keep looking and say, oh my God, look at this monster. Look at all the power they got. There are only a few people. There's not 30,000 people in Flint that's backing, what's his name? Sneely.
Sneely. He shall be named
He's
Sneely.
got a few people, but they're organized. They have an agenda. They have a strategy, and they're keeping focus on that. That's how it's always been with those who are in power. It's just a few, and we've got the majority and the authority, but all we do is complain, and that's shock. We have to really look at this thing, slow roll, calm down, because emotions get hype, and when you get really frustrated and emotional, remember what I said, we lose focus.
Right.
We're looking at the attack, if you're scary, what they call you scary, and you get an attack, and you just, and you end up, oh my God, and fold up, they'll beat you down to death.
Yes, sir.
But when you say, okay, I'm going to take a few punches, but I'm going to stand up and start swinging some myself.
Yes, sir.
Then that's when you start getting the edge, because you start giving them some blows when they're used. See, their weakness is they so used to giving the blows, there's nobody giving them any blows.
Right.
They're not taking any.
Right.
You give them some punches, that'll shake them up.
Right. You're right.
I almost cuss. But that's what we have to do. Get focused. Calm down. Remember, God is with us. And let's have the conversations we need to have as far as getting this thing together.
Yes, sir.
And we can't give up. And like I said before, it's not enough. It's not enough, and we haven't all done our part until it's done. because there's more that's going to be coming, and they'll follow, but they need somebody to follow. We need to get who we're going to have in line to take the places of the people that we removed from the recall.
Yes,
They
sir.
really seriously got to put them. Otherwise, they'll put somebody else in there. They'll move them around. They'll take Liddell and whoever else, and when we get enough heat on them, and take them on up to the state level, and then move the next
Liddell in there.
Handkerchief head people. And I'm not saying handkerchief head Negroes because they come in all colors.
Right.
You're right. You're right.
Right about that.
When you know how to manipulate, you can manipulate anybody who's not aware of the game that they in. And we've been played, but let me tell you something. Everybody says Sneely's playing chess. I'm a chess man. I'm a chess master. Let me tell you about chess. One of my moves why I always win, I haven't lost a game in 20, 30 years. I haven't lost a game of chess because I have a way of winning with less. While they're out there trying to grab my power, I can take their pawns, move my pawns in a certain way, just a few, or just a couple key pieces and a few, and move them across the board before they know it. I'm in their back lines, got a new queen, everything, and I'm slaughtering them. We don't have to have them all. Remember, for all you people who know about the Bible, think about Gideon. The story of Gideon, how he came with all these people, 300,000 people all around him. God said, no, that's too many. He broke them down again. Okay, I got 3,000. Oh, that's too many. He said, how many? Those that'll lap water like a dog. Down to 300, and they conquered them. Remember, before then, they looked over the hill and they seen the enemy and they were scared. Yes. The people are scared. That's why they're not coming, but they need to see unity. Those T-shirts, like I said in the comments, all that stuff, that works on their mind. Posters, T-shirts, campaign. Let them start feeling the move, we're moving. You see, because humans operate in a herd mentality. You've heard that before if you had psychology. It's about a herd mentality. And if they see something moving and growing and stuff, then they'll get on board. But if people who want to, where do I go? What do I do? I'll go down the council. I stand up there and I get threatened with the police.
Right.
They need a place and that they can come together. They can have the conversations. They can hear it. They can soak it into their mind, their soul, and their spirit. And you got to go. And and they can see where we can come together and be a part and go. Right. And they can feel the unity. They can feel that they're part of something. They won't feel alone, like they're so easily be a victim.
Okay, sir.
But we got to get the finances up.
I know.
I had everybody in Flint and everywhere else in the country wearing T-shirts. We can make money. Whatever we got to do, fundraise, sell candy. Sell candy for school and make thousands of dollars and stuff selling candy bars. Come on.
Well, thank you, Mr.
You can get that on consignment.
Thank you, Mr. Pony, for calling in, and we appreciate you. And I want you to have a wonderful weekend.
Oh yeah, and that guy last night, he was just trying to put spin on him.
I know, sir.
I was watching it. He's trying to protect his own self and put a spin in there in the narrative, so it don't come down too hard on him from the black folk who put their money in there.
Right.
Anyway,
right. But thank you. Thank you.
Game recognized game.
Right. Have a good one.
God bless. Be safe, stay healthy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Press 1 to start the call. The call will start at the beep.
Good morning, caller. You've been bumped in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, Winters, and good morning to you and Mickey.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Pittsburgh.
Hey, Pittsburgh in the house.
Yes, so I'm calling because I was listening to the seasoned gentleman that was saying that if you wanted to get Liddell and them out, then you would have to have somebody in her place because they would get somebody else. But I'm also calling because I'm very surprised that you guys aren't picketing and doing more, because you can't keep talking. You have to actually get some things done. You know, you just can't keep talking about what they're doing. You really have to do something about it. And also, I wanted to elaborate on Mr. Councilman Mays and Jerry Carter.
Winfrey Carter.
The two council. Yes, I want to elaborate on them. I'm really pushing for them. And you would be surprised how many people watch what's going on in Flint all over the world and are willing to come there and help. And this is serious because Flint went through a lot. I'm talking about the water crisis and, you know, just everything, the corruption. We see it. We see it just like Mays and the councilwomen see it. But it's a shame when you have African Americans that go against each other. And I seen that at my job as a correctional officer, that I was outed like Mays because you call things like you see it, and that's being real. And I actually had to write a book about it, but I worked at the Allegheny County Jail, and I tell you, I feel how Mr. Mays feel, and how Councilwoman Tonya Burns and Councilwoman Winfrey Carter feel, because I felt the same way they felt. I felt defeated. So that's all I want to say. And
all right. Well, thank you so much.
I just wanted to call in. So thank you so much.
We appreciate you. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too. Have a blessed holiday. You and Mickey.
Thank you so much.
It's 11. Time to shut it down.
Well, we got to shut it down. My producer says so. Again, shout out to ATN News Media Group and the greatest producer in the world, Mickey Jordan. I seen the comments said where me and Mickey need to do another show like this. I think me and Mickey do our best shows when we really have nothing to talk about.
You got the county commissioner on here.
Oh, we have the county watching. Instead of suggesting others should take action, the caller should volunteer to support actions and suggest how she is doing her part in the community as well. Bless everybody. All right then, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Lloyd, for that. And you know what? Maybe, can't you see the vision? Maybe we can have a million people watch a march on City Hall. I mean, she said people are willing to come from all over the nation here to help us fight. We can't do it by ourselves.
But she also said blacks got to put dogging each other out.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen here in Flint. So we're gonna need people from the outside to help us to come in, because ain't nobody here helping.
Because everybody want to be a chief. See, you won't have no Indians.
Yeah, we got.
And then everybody want to be the line. I did it. You know, that's
I helped do that. Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
Say to get into that, and then as soon as $1 come up,
they want to get paid.
And then we out of here.
But it's possible. Yes, it is,
yes,
Bishop. It's possible.
That's my good brother from Compton.
Listen, thank you, everybody, for bumping with us. All of our bumpers across the nation. Mickey and I sincerely appreciate you. If you appreciate us, make sure you hit that Cash App, $, A10 News Media Group. We will be back on all day today, 8:10. Keep us tuned in. Coming to you next, we got Trevor's Rant at 1 o'clock, and then the return of the dynamic duo Gina Luster and I, Sister Circle, will be returning tonight at 5:30, and then after that, the lovely Ashley for Club Rich at 8 p.m. So stay tuned to 8:10 all day. Let us play in your ear. Thank you and have a good one.
Peace.